Well, to begin our Sunrise Smart Start, we want to get you ready for the start of November. James, we are starting out still warm here for the morning, but
yes,
interestingly, this is as warm as it's possibly going to get.
Yeah, I was about to walk out the door without a jacket on because I saw the temperatures were in the 60s, and I'm like, wait a second. We're going the opposite direction. We're actually going to be cooler this afternoon than we are this morning, so you got to take that into account. And know that it's breezy as well, so if you wanted to do a little bit of yard work today, picking up some leaves, maybe you could put that off because those piles will get shaken. 20 to 30 mile per hour wind gusts going to be possible with numbers tumbling. We'll have a look at the weekend forecast, glance at the 8-day at the end of the show. Michaela?
All right. Thank you, James. Taking our last check of our sunrise traffic here at 6:49. The west side certainly picking up speed. We have some issues in the downtown area. Brown Street at the on-ramp with 490. That accident has been there for about an hour and a half. We have another one at Alexander Street between Park Avenue and Dreyer Alley, and a new accident just reported. Winton Road at Brighton Henrietta Town Line Road down there in Henrietta. Keep those in mind as you head out the door, but so far for the rest of our thoroughfares, it's a safe start to your Friday morning. Turning to our developing stories that we follow this morning, we start here with this massive barn fire in Wayne County. Broke out around 7 last night. Crews at that scene on Hopewell Drive in the town of Ontario tell us these flames spread to a nearby RV as well. Both of these deemed a total loss. Investigators say they're still looking into what may have caused the fire. And our photographer on the scene did witness 2 ambulances responding, but officials confirm no one was hurt and there were also no animals inside of this barn. Well, happening today, Angelica's Law goes into effect all over New York State. It's named after this 14-year-old girl, Angelica, who was killed in 2008 when a driver without a license and 7 prior suspensions ran a red light. Angelica's mom, Dawn, pushed to get this law passed. For 15 years, she's been working on this, and Governor Kathy Hochul signed it in December of last year. This law decreases the number of prior license suspensions that a driver can possibly have before they're charged with a felony. In the past, an aggravated unlicensed operation charge required 10 prior license suspensions, but as of today, the number is down to 5. The DMV further proposes more changes, including increasing the number of points you might receive with a dangerous driving charge, as well as lowering the threshold to bar a driver from getting a license. In a follow-up story we first brought to you earlier this week, Monday, 54-year-old David Lampman of Greece pled guilty to brutally attacking his then-girlfriend with a machete back in April. The survivor now speaks out here with News 8. Tina Schreib tells us she is just thankful to be alive after she was attacked by Lampman, who was her boyfriend of 7 years, and that attack happening April 18th. Schreib lost her hand and enough blood where she says the odds of her survival were against her. In court earlier this week, Lampman took that plea deal for assault with an intent to harm, and he will spend the next 20 years in prison. Schreib says prosecutors did spend weeks combing through evidence, weighing whether or not to charge him with murder or attempted murder, but for her, she says avoiding a trial was key.
Big, huge relief. I was stressing on that big time, because not remembering the incident, there was going to be many triggers at trial that either would cause a PTSD episode or would trigger a memory, which I am comfortable not remembering. It just would have been very, very tough.
And Schreib is now focused on the road ahead, she says. She will receive a prosthetic arm in 6 months after she's made a full recovery and spends 2 months in the hospital. Meanwhile, David Lampman will be scheduled for his sentencing mid-December. And if you or someone you know is experiencing domestic abuse, there's help out there for you. We have those resources from the Willow Domestic Violence Center in the story posted on our website. Check it out, please, at rochesterfirst.com. Well, coming up this weekend, Sunday, a big day. We pull all our clocks off the walls. If they're not the smart ones, turn them back and then enjoy an extra hour of sleep. But for our kiddos, the change may not be so simple. Aon Spitz speaking with a sleep expert about what you should keep in mind for the first few days following the time change. Joining us now in studio, Aon.
Michaela, the reason younger kids may need more time to adapt is the fall time change can cause younger kids to crash before bedtime and wake up earlier than usual in the morning, which I'm sure is very very, very fun for parents. Dr. Alice Hoagland, the director of the Insomnia Clinic at the Rochester Regional Sleep Disorder Center, tells me that getting used to the time change is very much like jet lag. She says a 1-hour difference, like if you were flying to Chicago, isn't so bad, but anything more, like the 3-hour difference from here to California, may take more time to get used to.
By and large, this is a little bit of an easier time change for kids coming up. I think the only thing to remember is that every time there's a time change, it takes 2 to 3 days for your brain and your body to get back onto a regular schedule. So probably by Wednesday, most kids are going to be on track.
Daylight saving time ends and clocks roll back Sunday at 2 a.m. Michaela?
All right. Thank you, Aron. Hey, let's get some other things ready for our weekend. It does include some fun events happening in the region. Tomorrow, the 27th annual Rochester Children's Book Festival will be back at MCC, running from 10 to 4 and featuring something for every book lover. There will also be author and illustrator presentations, workshops, readings, and book signings. The very best part, of course, is that it is completely free to attend. Also, coming up tonight at the Genesee Valley Country Village and Museum, a celebration of all things Edgar Allan Poe. That's right, spooky season not done yet. And if you're still in that spirit, there will be storytelling and performances along with live music from The Fiddle Witch. Not to mention there will also be craft spirits and Halloween themed foods. Doors opening at 5 and you can buy tickets online or in person. James, we had a bit of a spooky weather forecast, more in that it was so unusual how warm we've been.
Yeah, we had a record high low temperature yesterday, so it was the warmest Halloween night ever.
Oh my goodness, yeah. The kids sweating on their way to get the candy.
That's right, and we're still warm today, 60s. That's 55 degrees. That's an afternoon temperature. That is not the actual forecasted high temperature. And then tomorrow we're stuck in the 40s there. We do see a nice day though for the Bills game on Sunday, albeit chilly, but should be a nice afternoon. And then we warm up, some rain showers by Monday, and then a warm election day there on Tuesday. And just shout out for the clocks changing on Sunday. We use it in my family as a good reminder to check the smoke detectors as well.
Yes.
So maybe
the
you can,
fire department always tells us, double check the smoke detectors. You're already checking things around the house.
Yeah.
Be safe.
Put on the list,
Absolutely. Well, thank you for that reminder, James. Thank you for watching News 8 at Sunrise. The next update comes up in 30 minutes, but for now, enjoy your day.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather.